Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Sagittarius today, and to let you know how this works, I've asked my guides in spirit for a message for you that will be deeply helpful as well as positive, inspiring for you on your spiritual journey this week. If you are new to the channel, I am so glad that you're here, and I strongly urge you to subscribe so that you can stay in contact with this high vibration information every week. It can really help you move forward on your path. And if you're returning, I'm really glad that you're here also, and I'm very grateful for your presence and your energy. Before we get into your reading, which I really want to get into, I also want to mention that I am offering these special New Year's readings for just about another week. These are readings designed for seekers and warriors who really want to understand and empower themselves deeper at a soul level. So this is not just like, yes, you're going to win the lottery in 2 weeks, although wouldn't that be nice? This is really the deeper stuff, the sinew and the fiber that's holding your soul together that will really help you understand and inform your choices for the new year. So anyway, let's get straight into your reading. So Sagittarius, you're cracking me up. The universe gives you the Queen of Swords this week. Now this is there's a decisive quality in this, almost like kind of like that car cold hard steel kind of feel, like the clarity of the mind when it's very cold out. You know how, I don't know if you feel this, sometimes it's hard to think when it's very hot out, like when you're in a vacation spot or it's just really hot. It's like the mind gets sluggish. But in this, I'm feeling like a crystallized, very clear-headed, yes, this is what we're going to do. So the universe is sending you a lot of this energy, a lot of this clear mental perspective, clear mental energy going on. And there's also a courage, a feeling of movement around it, that this idea comes to you or this opportunity for action comes to you, and you kind of feel pushed by it. There's definitely a feeling of movement with this card. This is what cracks me up. You're like, all right, here we go. We've got the Chariot for how you respond. So you're willing to just go out there, run at this thing full force, full steam ahead. And the thing with this card is it's a testament to your willpower. It's a testament to your strength. But there's also a certain blindness with the card. In the fact that you're just looking in one direction and you're just kind of, I don't want to say you're forcing it through with the willpower, but you're running so strongly in one direction that it may be too much at once. So even though this thing is telling you to move, it's not telling you to like run 1,000 miles an hour. It's telling you to maybe get moving, but not to just take off all at once. Trying to curb that enthusiasm, trying to curb that impulse, the impulsiveness. There's the word I'm looking for. Because there's something else going on. We've got the Six of Wands going into the Seven of Swords, which I think is a good thing for you, and going into the Ace of Swords. So although you get this inspiration that comes from the universe, that comes from higher up, that comes from spirit, there's some stuff on the earth to be worked out. Now we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is talking about wanting to receive something of your heart's desire. I love it when there's falcons on these cards, because it's the falcon that goes hunting and brings back the treasure. But the falcon is your connection to the divine. So it's saying, we're ready to bring you stuff. We're ready to shower you with whatever you want. But leaping out there so impulsively, you may not have the full picture. So I feel like this is a quieter coming towards you, that the universe is putting your gifts out for you a little bit slower than maybe you're wanting to run after them, But it's putting them out, and it is coming towards you. And there's also the idea that this comes from the desire of your heart, calling out to the universe, asking it to answer, giving you things that are really going to sustain you and give you a bit of, it's like give you a little bit of prestige, give you a little bit of an oomph. So not that you're looking to climb your status, but it's something you're asking for, something that uplifts you to a new place, to an elevated place. You're asking for that. Now we've got the Seven of Swords, and I feel research with this card. I feel like there's a lot of questing for knowledge through the mind, a lot of logic gathering, a lot of facts gathering going on. You know, what is it that I really want? What is the true nature of my desire? It's almost like you have to exhaust your mental energy completely. So it's very interesting the way this energy is working. The Six of Wands is saying, okay, universe is trying to parade these gifts to you, trying to parade these things you've asked for to you. But the mind is maybe too active. So giving you this energy was maybe too much for you, because again, look what it did. It made you move on steroids, like shoot forward with that chariot energy. So you almost need to wear your mind out. So whatever it takes to get your mind mentally engaged, like literally wear it out until you're to the point of exhaustion. You can't think about this matter or this thing anymore, because then we get the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords comes up from the water. It comes up from the subconscious. It comes up from the deeper communication with your instincts, with your intuition, and with your higher self. And then that tells you exactly what you wanted. So these thoughts here, they're not going anywhere. They're horizontal on the table and pointing down to earth. They're not the ones that are going to propel you forward, but they're wanting you to go forward with total awareness that cleaves through and cuts through any kind of, what's the word? I can't think of this word. Any kind of unclarity, any kind of ambiguity, any kind of mistiness. So it's almost like it's not completely set. The universe is like, yeah, I want to bring you something. I want to bring you these good things, but you haven't told me exactly what it is that you want. You do all this research to exhaust yourself, and then something turns off, and that bigger sense takes over and allows that true heart's desire, that true path of action to become very clear to you, so that you're not just running blindly towards it or after it or away from it, but that you're actually going with intention in that way. Now, I asked to clarify the Ace of Swords because I wanted to make sure we knew what we were talking about. We've got the Four of Wands and we've got the Ten of Cups. So clearly this is talking about emotional fulfillment, making a good, sturdy foundation that you can celebrate. There's a theme of celebration in both of these cards, and the idea that you're trying to line yourself up with what your soul wants. So let me back up and let's go through this story just one more time. You get this feeling, you get this urge, these thoughts coming into your mind, and you want to act on them immediately. And they are coming from the universe, but they're not coming from the universe as, here's an order, put it into action. It's, here's some stimulation to get you moving so that you start thinking maybe of some different things that you would like, or some other things that would make you feel very fulfilled and very satisfied. But you know, your first impulse is just going to be to run forward and run after the thing and just kind of throw yourself at it. But this is really about the process of refinement, about really deciding what's going to make you deeply fulfilled. So that's why there's all of this information that has to be gathered, that has to be taken in, because there's angles and aspects of satisfaction and benefit that you haven't thought of. So satisfaction as a concept, to you it means certain things right now, but there's other angles to your satisfaction. There's other things that would make you feel satisfied. So research doesn't have to mean like literally reading a book or going on the internet and wearing yourself out. It also means being hyper aware of what's around you and saying, okay, you know what, that person's experiencing that would make me feel satisfied as well. Or that person's experiencing that would not make me feel satisfied. So therefore I want the opposite. It's really expanding the reach of what satisfaction means to you, because the universe is poised to bring it to you. But they're saying, you know, you're just asking for one thing, But look, we've given you a hawk, we've given you a falcon, and it can go hunt much more for you. We're willing to go get much more for you, but you have to tell us what it is. So that's trying to listen to see if there's anything else they want me to say to you. I think you're going to be surprised at how quickly this is going to manifest. It's going to manifest very quickly for you. Hopefully you ask for, better speaking ability for Adriana and have that manifest for her. So anyway, if you've got questions about this, please reach out in the comments. I'm not feeling anything else from the cards, except I do want to point out that there is a falcon or a hawk on this card. So like we talked about here with this hawk or falcon being able to gather stuff for you, there's also a hawk that's blessing this new direction forward, that's blessing this new conviction that you have about what truly makes you satisfied. So I enjoy doing these readings for you, even though I can't apparently talk. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time, and invite you to check out True Guidance Tarot if you're curious about the offerings. I do love doing these readings, but there's awesome stuff that's even better on the website. So I'll see you next time. Have a great week.